all the Orange County weirdos that like drive their lifted pickup trucks to any kind of parent-teacher association conference that's happening in the state.
You're like, what the f is that?
Being like, yeah, you can't have gay flags.
Yeah.
You can't have LGBT flags at school. Like, you mean whatever.
Do you think that they thought the Armenian flag was like a new one?
That was a very Turkish joke, honestly.
Well, I'm not saying
what is this flag? It's gay flag.
I'm saying that the protesters
so many color, not good flag like Turkish flag, bro.
Only one color.
So anyway, they were doing the protest, and then NICKMERCS was like, keep the kids away from that. You know, I'm going to teach my children about sexuality instead.
Me and Jim the Junk Man are going to teach them about good old-fashioned B&B.
Yeah, so he said that, and I was like, brother, don't do this. Like, you're going down the wrong path. I promise you, you don't want to, like, become this, like, right-wing influencer, because they'll, like, capture you immediately. They'll be like, oh, yeah, you're the man. Like,
It'll ruin your life.
Yeah, it's going to f your brand up. It's going to your life up. Like, don't do this, I promise you. And like, we talked a little bit back and forth, and in the process, like, Cod removed his skin, and he was like, oh yeah, I'm done then. And I think they did that to, like, and Dr. Disrespect was defending him.
Yeah.
So I made the same joke that like a million people have made before. I was like, Dr. Disrespect is more loyal to NICKMERCS than he is to his own marriage. And that went viral, and Dr. Disrespect was calling me fat and all this stuff. I wrote all this stuff like, oh, you know, Daily Wire, Matt Walsh, these guys are gonna like try to pick up your story and blah, blah, blah. Like, don't do this. And he responded with, what you said about Doc was f***ed up. It's dude's anniversary with his wife. And then he unfollowed
me. I love
me.
like what's off limits with people. Like, everyone's kind of like this where they're a huge hypocrite, but it's like, all of you are mentally ill. You should like yourselves. Hey, it's Dr. Disrespect's anniversary.
Also,
the guy who dresses up like a buffoon.
How am I supposed to know it was his anniversary with his wife?
If anyone I knew when Dr. Disrespect's anniversary was, I would them. I would be. It would be like that video with the fake autistic son. I would be like, raw chicken now. You're eating it.
It's just funny because it's like a 2-time cheating champion, yada, yada. Is like jokes that he's made himself.
Yeah.
Like Dr. Disrespect makes jokes like that. So it's funny because like that also leaves the idea that if I had made that joke not on his anniversary, he would be fine with it. Which, you know, it's then he, unfortunately.
And it's also like, I think his wife knows that he cheated on her. Like, he took off his stupid costume and went on Twitch and was like, stop.
Yeah,
and he cried.
Anniversary.
And it was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, anniversary ruined, by the way. I ruined their anniversary by reminding his wife that he cheated on her.
Is his wife Amish? She didn't know about this until you said something?
Yeah, she's Amish, but she watches me only. She gets
You're the one streamer allowed in that religion.
The other side of this is like, you have it all lined up, you're doing great, and then you get a cake bag and you're talking about protecting children, and you're like streaming on the platform where like every other week there's another pedophile.
Kick is like what people thought the dark web was. Like you literally could just go there and watch a pedophile cruising the streets of Thailand, raping people. It's insane. It's insane that it's like allowed.
I genuinely don't understand it. There was a dude that was literally distributing and facilitating and creating CP for his Discord server. He was paywalling CP in his Discord server off of like 16-year-olds that he was talking to on Omegle and so nutty. And by the way, that became a meta because like on platforms like this, on like live streaming platforms, like when someone does this and it like kind of is popular, like other people start copying it. Like that was the meta, dude. It's nuts.
I recently watched that like whole Jay Aubrey video about like the
like, Kick guys.
Yeah,
I still haven't watched it. It's like 3 hours long.
It's insane, dude. I had no idea.
Yeah,
I had no idea. Like I thought, okay, they have like gambling. Like how bad is that? I like gambling.
Yeah,
I'm a pro.
You've been an advocate for slots being or not roulette being a skill game.
Yeah, no, I think
roulette's
it is
a skill-based game.
There's a lot of math involved in roulette. It's like landing a plane on a carrier. But anyway, I don't know. I thought, okay, maybe it's like not good to show that to kids, but you know, whatever. There's worse there. I had no idea. It is dire. It is like the go-to platform if you are a sex tourist and a fugitive.
It's wild. Like, but the thing is, you know, I've been online professionally for a decade at this point, and I've seen it. Like, I've seen these platforms, as you have as well, come and go. Like, when you create a platform like Gab, for example, and you're like advertising it as a non-TOS platform, it's going to be riddled to the brim with Nazi pedophiles, right?
Yeah.
And I told Train, I was like, Train, if you do this, like, it's great that there's more competition in the space, but like, if you do this, you have to have a terms of service. If you advertise your platform as like a platform for all the pariahs to go to because they've been banned from every other platform for good reason, it's going to turn into the Nazi pedophile platform, which it did.
I don't know like a ton about like all the inner workings. Someone did tell me that like he went on strike because they weren't like banning people like that recently.
Who, Train did?
Yeah, someone told me that. If I'm wrong about that, it's because someone I played Counter-Strike with gave me bad information. But if he did that, that's good.
I mean, I don't know.
Again,
haven't been
it's
paying
like
attention.
if I'm wrong, is it my fault for repeating it in front of tons of people? No, it's the person that I play Counter-Strike with. Whoever told me that, and me for believing it or not believing it. I'm against like over moderation, as I think like a lot of people are, but there needs to be like a floor.
Yeah,
it can't exist. It is sooner or later going to become a cesspit. It is going to become unusable for like anyone who is even like halfway normal or has any type of morality.
Yeah, it's like extra funny because like Train first went super viral when he was talking about like thoughts taking over Twitch and was very critical of the hot tub meta, or very critical of like all these metas of like sex workers on Twitch. And then like he went and he built this website because he couldn't gamble on Twitch anymore. That dude Heel Mike, who recently was banned permanently off the platform finally for soliciting sex from a 16-year-old, which is a crime, by the way. It's not just like, oh, you're being canceled. Like, you're doing a crime. You're a criminal.
They had a 16-year-old like over. He was physically like one of the most like horrifying things I've seen on the surface web.
Yeah. And that guy, Heel Mike, the first week of Kick's launch was getting dome on the front page of Kick. Like, he was getting his sucked live streaming it. The fact that like this dude who was like, oh yeah, you know, hate these Twitch thoughts ruining the platform, turning around and like building a competitive live streaming platform where like one of the main content creators that brought on was getting a blowjob on live stream, and then Aiden Ross was like showing porn to his audience in the same week.
There's also that like other dude who like he'll like find girls on Tinder and they won't know they're being like recorded, much less like broadcast to thousands of people live. Yeah. That's like, just every type of thing that is for very good reason illegal.
Anyway, let's hear what Nick recently said about the trans stuff.
90% of the tweets I've seen on your side last night. That's the thing though. I don't care about people agreeing with me. I don't really mind. There's going to be people that disagree and people that agree. I don't care about the percentages or the cuts or whatever. It doesn't bother me. You know, I feel a certain way about all that. And I've said my piece, and I will remind these people, the little dream fantasy that they're living in is not real life, and not everybody has to.
Bro, he's got to be so scared that his like kid's gonna be queer or something. Like there's no way that he's like this invested. That's got to be one of the reasons.
What are the odds that like his son will like go to Vassar? Probably pretty low.
Is it? I don't know. I mean, he's rich as like.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like they're gonna change the rules for that. I feel like for like a place like Vassar or like the Tisch School of Performing Arts, they're gonna be like, you know, you have to have like worn a button-up shirt one time in the last 20 years to send your kid.
Dude, there's nothing funnier than having like a Spartan be your main logo while talking about like, gay people are degenerate, bro.
Spartan's the most anti-grooming people ever.
I hate groomers around these parts. That's why I ride for the Spartans. Hoorah!
The Spartans it was literally like
they were serial pedophiles.
It was literally like, what if we base our entire military on pedophilia?
Oh, it's so funny.
You don't get to go around and point your finger in people's chests and say, hey, you live in my world. You think the way that I think. You believe the way that I believe. No. That's not how that works. It never has been, and it never will be.
Wait, I don't think he realizes, like, he's literally trying to do that.
Yeah.
He's like, if I close my eyes, then trans people will cease to exist. It's like, no, you don't understand. I'm going to keep saying, this is how it is. This is how it is. Society might be actually becoming more aware that it's not how it is, but I'm just going to close my eyes and go, no.
I have to know what he bought with his PPP loan.
Maybe
because it's such a specific amount of money, $73,000. He probably bought a car.
Maybe. This is like such a Hellcat.
Yeah, he bought the last Hellcat.
I don't need no echo chamber. This is the way that my wife wants.